now in its fourth season, the hard-hitting reality program sees a cast of recruits handpicked by former Special Forces solr and his team of directing staff to go through some of the real-life grueling challenges. This year has seen a number of surprises in the team, not least of which was the addition of first real-life female Special Forces Petra from Sweden. The recruits have been a mix of both men and women for the first time during the series, and 37-year-old Ant and the team made it very clear from the beginning they wouldn't be treating the female recruits any differently to the men. One of the major aspects of the hugely popular Channel 4 show is for viewers to learn the recruits' backstories and how they affect their abilities in the competition, with the trained former solrs regularly singling individuals out for questioning about their behavior. Strongest recruit so far, Mark Pert, opened up about his 27-year-old wife's tragic suicide just before filming, which this will be explored in tomorrow night's installment. But despite the struggles the recruits are coping with on the show, and has revealed he tries not to get too attached and focuses instead on the task ahead of him. Speaking exclusively to Express.co.uk at the National Television Awards this week, the Everest and Mutiny on a Bounty star spilled all on how he approaches the recruits behind the scenes. "I try not to get attached to the recruits," he said. "If they've got an emotional problem, then I try my best to solve it, or not necessarily solve it, but to lift them up. You know, it's very important that we're there not to break the recruits. We're there to take them to breaking point, uncover their characteristics and attributes and sort of hand it back over to them. So it can be on a knife edge, but yeah, we do get emotionally connected to the recruits. At the end of the day, we're doing an authentic selection process, which is, emotions don't really come into play. I don't keep people because I feel sorry for them," Ant said bluntly. Despite the difficulties the directing staff face, the television star revealed he is loving the series this year. "Yeah, it's a great dynamic with the women," he said. "It's sort of changed things up a bit, and let's see how things work out. It's interesting not just for the recruits but for us as well. It's our first time training with women and men together, so a great lesson learned and hopefully there'll be more of it." Asked what he could tease for what's lying ahead in the rest of this season, and urged fans to watch out for one particularly test. He continued, "The interrogation phase is very interesting. People who you think have gone through it, you just see some of them, just crumble. So keep an eye out for the dark horses." And went on to joke he isn't afraid of anything, but also shared his tips on coping with fear in an intense environment. "No, do you know what I always say this? You can't conquer fear. Fear is always there," the star said. "But you just learn to harness it and use it to your advantage. People saying they don't feel fear in their lives. You do, but you just learn to harness it and you learn to use it to your advantage. So that's what I do every time. So there's not much that stresses me out. There's not much that worries me or that I'm scared of. No." SAS Who Dares Wins continues Sunday at 9 p.m. on Channel 4.